Hello everyone, and if you have not met me yet, I am Michelle Waffle, and this is chapter 1 of The Shift. So what we're going to do is we're going to start out, the chapter 1 actually has like 3 pillars in it that are very, very important when you're getting started to release something. So in order for us to make a shift, we need to like kind of go within ourselves and see every single aspect of our life that we would like to change. Because sometimes one problem actually is connected to another problem, and in some cases they're not at all, but in some cases they are. So what I want you to write down is all your limiting beliefs. So the first part of it is to write. So I really recommend at this point getting a journal, dollar store composition book is awesome to use for this, because you can use the shift over and over again. You can even just go through this once a year, which is really great. And then you can just get a new composition book and you can save all of them. And at 15, 20 years from your life, you can actually look back at all the composition books and go, whoa, I did that. I did that work. I set these goals, and boom, 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 they happened. So first, write it down. Write down every single thing that you could possibly imagine that comes up that is a limiting belief. What have you bought into that is holding you back? What is your stories? What is going on in your life that is holding you back and you know it? I always say, you know you better than anyone else. There is not one person on this planet that knows you better than you. Not one. Not a doctor, not a mother, not anybody. They've never lived in your skin, never experienced your emotions, and you're one unique individual. So you know you better than anyone else. What is holding you back? What is really, really standing in your way at this present time? I want you to just list them. Just keep listing them and listing them and listing them and listing them and listing them. What limiting beliefs did you buy into that might be, I can tell you, is this an interesting story for limiting beliefs and stuff like that. So I have done so much personal work on this. It's been a very interesting way, but there was a lot of control in my family. I mean, if you think about it, my dad was a defensive line coach. My mom was just mother hen, and everybody was just trying to own the floor in the household, like every single person. My sister and I, we only learned control, so we never got along because she was kind of trying to control her world. I was trying to control mine, and it's so funny because we actually went down completely different opposite fields in this world. Still to this day, and we have to just not talk about work when we want to get along, and we have a wonderful time together. So interesting. Control, control, control. So a very, very, very limiting belief is, for me, is I basically said, oh, at age 12, you want me to be a certain way. You want me to look a certain way. They're just crazy about food and about, I think we had Molly McButter. We never had fat. We were the actual family that bought into all of that fat-free stuff. It was fat-free everything. We even had powdered butter, people. Powdered butter. Can you believe that? And now they're telling me how much the brain works off of fat and everything. So it's like so many different things that have been programmed. Well, because there was all this change and it was like so hardcore and working out every day and the hardcore workouts. I mean, I love my dad to the moon and back, but I'll tell you what, that guy is like motivated like crazy, and that guy would get me out of bed from age 12 on. We're going running. And you just didn't say no to my dad. He was never home. So whenever he was home, we wanted to spend time with him. And so I would get up at 5:30 in the morning, and that man and I can't tell you how many times we ran in the total rain. I'm pouring down rain. I mean, just like your shoes are just full and full of water, right? And we would run and run and run. And there's so many times I'd run till I threw up. And then I'd be like, oh my God, I feel better. Let's just keep going. And I did that so much with bike rides and exercise and everything. It's just, it was intense. It was very intense. So with that intensity and with the intensity of this, that, and the other, I'm just like, you know what, screw all this. I'm just going to be big and confident. So at that time, I actually downloaded this whole entire thing. And this is really where I'm going to use the shift of actually going, no, I'm going to be lean and confident. I'm not going to lose my confidence, but I'm going to be lean and confident. I have no desire to get on the skinny scale because I love who I am and I'm happy with who I am. But I definitely could tone up my body like amazingly. And that's why I really am going to shift that during this whole entire series that I'm teaching you. But what I'm saying is that was a limiting belief for myself. Subconsciously, I had downloaded something that really wasn't healthy for me. And I have actually been living that way my whole entire life. Now, I've had a lot of other past limiting beliefs, like nobody's business, like, you know, not good enough, or, you know, just, oh, they're not going to choose me. This is going to be difficult. Not, you know, everything is just, I've reprogrammed myself so much that even actually teaching you this right now and saying those words just eats me up inside, because I'm like, oh no, but it's easy and effortless. It's easy and effortless. I mean, that's how much my brain, as soon as it hears those things, it just pops into that mode, because it is easy and effortless. I mean, it can be, you know, that's why I'm here. So write down all your limiting beliefs. What's standing in your way? I mean, sometimes they're really defined beliefs because they're beliefs that just go for your particular job or the way that you're parenting, anything. What is your limiting beliefs? What is standing in your way? What was your programming? Because sometimes our limiting beliefs actually stem back from our programming. What limiting beliefs do you see your parents have? What are they doing that, and maybe it's not even your parents, because in some cases I know that people were raised by different people. So what was your environment where you were raised? What were their belief system? Are you carrying that around still to this day? And yes, what I'm teaching you right now is repetitive information. The way that I'm going to teach you of getting rid of this is going to be new to you. But this right here, folks, if you're looking at this for the first time and you're thinking like, already heard this, already done this, well, you know what? Are you still having that voice in your head? Are you still limiting yourself in some way, shape, or form? Or are you living the life that you imagine? This is a different tool and technique to take you there. Okay? So write down everything. I'm going to go ahead and stop this video. I'm going to allow you to take the time to just sit and write everything, and then we're going to go ahead and come back on. So go ahead, turn off the video, put it on pause, write down all your stuff, write down all the negative stuff, get it out of you, and then we're going to go ahead and go through each one of those things separately and take you to the next step. Okay, go ahead, do your work. This is about doing your work. If you don't do your own work, then guess what? You're not going to get change. So you got to take action and actually deal with your stuff right now. Now remember, this list can grow at any given time. You can always add things to it at any time when they come up to you, because you never ever know when something else goes, oh, that's a limiting belief of mine. Oh, that too. Oh, yeah. It's a list that never stops. It always continues because we always are growing. I'll see you in the next lesson.